So what is MySQL? There's a lot of different definitions. A couple particular definitions that I like is it's a popular open source relational database, and it's powerful, reliable, and scalable. MySQL can also be integrated into web applications written in multiple languages. I would say the most popular being PHP, but you can also integrate Ruby on Rails with Ruby, or Perl. There's just a whole bunch of different languages you can use with MySQL. Some facts. It was created in 1995 by Michael Wideness. It's open source, and the commercial version is free. We'll talk about some of the other editions that are available, but the commercial version runs on a general public license. It is owned by the Oracle Corporation, which is a huge tech company. It's used with the extremely popular LAMP stack, which is basically it's a software package that's used for web applications, which includes Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. And there's just a ton of sites that you probably go to every day that run on this LAMP stack. So here are some of the features of MySQL. Alright, so first we have foreign key support. MySQL has a few different storage engines, and if we use the InnoDB storage engine, what foreign key support means is that we can have tables that relate to each other, and we can make it so that, let's say we have a users table and, I don't know, a blog post table. If we delete a user, then all of his blog posts in the blog post table could also be deleted, and that's basically called cascading. We can enable that, or we can make it so that we could keep the blog post even if the user is deleted. Alright, so another feature is trigger. A trigger is a named database object that's associated with a table, and it activates when a particular event occurs for the table. Some uses for triggers are to perform checks of values to be inserted into a table, or to perform other types of calculations on values involved in an update. But we'll learn more about this stuff later. Stored procedures. I'm not going to go over all of these. Full text indexing and searching. Full text indexing allows us basically to run full text queries against character-based data in SQL Server tables. So we could have search and filter functionality in our web applications. Before we can run a full text query on a table, we have to create a full text index on the table, and we will be doing that in an upcoming section. Query caching, replication. MySQL has really good security features, seamless integration with PHP and other web languages. MySQL is available for on 12 different platforms as far as I know. There might be more, but I'm not sure. Obviously we have the most popular Windows, Linux, and Mac, but we can also run MySQL on Novell NetWare, FreeBSD, OpenBSD, Solaris, and then these other ones that I haven't dealt with, HP UX, IBM AIX, QNX, SGI IRX, DEC OSF. Alright, so that's a lot of different letters. But just so you know that it's very, MySQL is supported across a whole bunch of different platforms. Alright, so there's a lot of popular, usually open source applications that use MySQL. Some of the most popular being Joomla, WordPress, and Drupal, which are all content management systems that run on PHP, MySQL, and Apache. Typo3, PHPBB, which is a popular forum script, and ModX, and there's just a ton more that use MySQL. Alright, so there's a few different editions or versions of not versions, editions, I guess is a better word. We have the Community Edition, which is what we'll be using, which is what is widely used, and that's free, open source, and free. Then we get into the commercial editions, which are extremely expensive, as you can see. The standard edition is 2,000 USD. The Enterprise is 5,000, and then the Cluster Carrier Grade Edition is 10,000. Alright, so these are for huge website applications and networks. I'm not really going to go into the specifics for these, but the price is determined by the software and support that's given, things like that. And for a full list of features, you can go to this link here, mysql.com/products, and you can check out the different editions. Okay, so MySQL uses a client-server model, and there are 3 general program categories. Alright, so first we have the server, and that is the MySQL D program, which is basically the only program that actually touches the database. That's the server. So then we have clients, and a client is a program that you can use to communicate and interact with the server. And there are a ton of different clients you can use. The MySQL client, which is a command line program you can use to do whatever, create tables, add data, or whatever. There's also GUI interfaces that you can use, such as MySQL Workbench. PHPMyAdmin is a web-based client. And then you have utilities, and these are usually special purpose programs. An example of this is the MySQL D Safe program, which basically starts up the monitors and monitors the server. And here is a quick diagram that I created just to kind of give you an idea of how the client and servers are set up. So here we have the main MySQL server, which is called MySQL D, and this can have multiple databases we can create on this server. And in the databases, obviously we have our data, which is put in tables. Inside the tables we have rows and columns, and then over here we have our GUI client or our MySQL shell, well, so the command line. So basically whatever we use to run queries or to interact with the server. And then up here we have our HTTP server, which has our PHP scripts, not exclusively PHP, but different scripts such as Joomla, WordPress, and that directly connects to our MySQL server. Alright, so that's a very simple diagram. Alright, so that's it for this section. In the next section I want to get into more into the database terminology and structure. I want to talk about relational databases and give you an example of how tables can relate to each other.